All right, we got local basketball tonight, local college basketball right here on 104.5 The Team, ESPN Radio. Brian Mariano with the call radio side, myself and Chris Honorato with the ESPN 3 call as UAlbany in their final non-conference game will take on a good Kent State team. Head coach is Rob Senderoff. He has local ties, and we finally get this straight, Coach. You never played for Doc Sowers, the legendary Doc, but you are a grad assistant under Doc in the mid-'90s, and I'll let you take it from there.
Doc cut me from the team, so he actually he started my career in coaching by telling me, hey, you're not quite a good enough player, which 20 years later, at the time, I didn't like it, but 20 years later, I appreciate it, and it was great, actually. Coach Sowers stopped by practice last night, which I really appreciated. Whenever people ask me about my starting to coaching, he and his assistant at the time was James Jones, who's now the coach at Yale. Those two folks really helped me get into what I'm doing today. So the campus itself, I haven't gotten a chance to get around, but I plan after shoot around today to walk back to our hotel and walk through the student center. Just being back here is great. My sister went to school here. Her and her husband both did, and they're coming to the game tonight. I have a couple friends that I went to college with that are driving from New York area to come up to come to the game tonight. So it's great to be here. It's incredible what the university has done, and I'll just talk with the basketball program. When I was here, it was getting ready to transition to Division I. And now to be, one of the best programs, if not the best program, year in and year out in their conference, it's a credit to the administration, certainly a credit to the coaches, Coach Brown, who's been here a long time, but everybody involved in the program has done such a good job of getting it to this point. And for me, it's just great to have an opportunity to come back here.
Coach, let's talk about your team right now and the success that you're having at Kent State in your 13th season. And you're coming off a big win at home. You knock off Oregon State, a Pac-12 team. How much confidence does that give your group right now heading into the UAlbany game and really for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think it was really important. We haven't been as consistent as we were last year. Lost two really good players, and we're really trying to find ourselves as a team. So to be able to beat Oregon State of the Pac-12, those wins don't come very often for teams outside of the Power 5 conferences because they're hard to get, those games, certainly hard to get at home. So that was a great win for this team, and it's a great win for our program. It's the first time a Pac-12 school had played at our gym, the Mack Center, in 50 years. So to be able to get that win was really big.
Rob, I know you mentioned what you lost, but what you have and what we've been told by the UAlbany staff and certainly the Great Danes players is look out for Jalen Walker and look out for a guy who he might have the best name in your conference, Adonis De La Rosa, 7-footer underneath. What do each of those two guys, Walker and De La Rosa, bring to your team?
Yeah, well, Jalen Walker is a really dynamic scorer, really good athlete, sometimes a high-volume shooter, but his game is really measured in terms of his rebounds, his steals, his deflections. When he's playing very well, he's flying all over the court. He had 25 points against Oregon State and got to the free throw line 14 times. So really, really dynamic scorer who has shown some flashes of being an all-conference level player for us. And then Adonis De La Rosa is our center, big, wide, physical kid, probably the biggest player in our league. He's had some big moments as well where, at the basket, he's been really difficult to score, and he's gotten fouled a bunch. He's a great free throw shooter, a good offensive rebounder when his motor's going. So those certainly are two players that are really important to us. Albany, obviously, they create a really big challenge because of their front court, who's very, very good and very experienced, and their perimeter guys are also very good as well. So it's going to be a challenge for our guys, but those two guys that you mentioned certainly are our two leading scorers as we speak.
Let's talk UAlbany basketball here a little bit, Coach, as you prepare. And I know how every team absolutely does a great job scouting, and I know your coaching staff is no different, and certainly the success that you have had. So when you look at UAlbany, everybody right away focuses on the backcourt. Everybody knows about Joe Cremo, David Nichols, and how good they are and have been for this UAlbany program. What about the front court, guys like Greg Steyer, Travis Charles, and the likes?
Yeah, to me, the thing that I really like about those kids, and obviously Nichols and Cremo are great players, but the thing that's really impressive to me about their front court guys is just how efficient they are, how great rebounders both of them are, and sort of knowing what they do and doing it really, really well at a high level. I think, I can see why Cremo and Nichols get the acclaim, but I also think that the other guys, Charles, Steyer, Campbell, and even their bench front court guys, I think those guys play such an important role in terms of how physical they are, how difficult they make it for the other team to score at the basket, and how good of rebounders they are. I mean, this is the best rebounding team that we've played all year in terms of offensive rebounding and in terms of how much they limit the other team from getting offensive rebounds. So I think it's a credit to their front court that they're so physical, don't foul that much, and do such a great job keeping guys off the glass.
Coach, thanks for a few minutes. Good luck, and we'll talk to you tonight.
Awesome. Look forward to seeing you.